You said the Cowboys lost. I mean, obviously, everyone saw it. Prime time, right? I love seeing the videos, by the way, of the Cowboys fans like destroying their TVs and stuff. Like as if they really expected to go to San Francisco with like 2.5 days less of rest and prep and beat like a much better roster. Like, it was never going to happen. It wasn't like went and lost to like the Giants or something, right? Like they beat the Bucks, who they're supposed to, and then they lost to a like a significantly better team. Can I say significantly? It was only a touchdown, but I would say a better roster, significantly better roster on the road. But anyway, so Mike McCarthy's going to get, like a lot of the major heat here, especially, that last play. Did I love it? No. Was it dumb? Probably. But like you needed 70 yards in one play against the league's best defense, right? Like that wasn't happening. Like that play is not really a factor to me. But if you watch the game and your main takeaway was like, wow, Mike McCarthy's really stupid for that play call, that's why they lost, I can't really help you. Like, was it a good call? Not really. But you scored 12 points. Were the rest of them good calls? Probably not. Right? Like, also, not to mention your offensive coordinator's interviewing for other positions while you're trying to prepare for a game with less rest. So, you scored 12 points. Like, that was the final, like, attempt. Right? That was the final Hail Mary lateral type attempt thing to win. Right? And here's what's scary if you're Dallas. The defense played really well. Offensive line allowed 1 sack. You got an all-time wide receiver 1 performance from CeeDee Lamb. 10 grabs, 117, something like that. Or they looked relatively prepared from a coaching standpoint. Scored early, looked good, made a couple good adjustments. Oh no, the running game didn't show up, okay? Just the NFL playoffs against the best defense in football. Like, it can't be perfect. So you know who it's on, right? It's on Dak Prescott. Like, I don't want to say in full, but if we had like a nice big like blame like pie here, like a pie chart, 90%. I think 90%'s fair. People want to rip Mike McCarthy. Well, first of all, number 1 red zone team in football. That's coaching. I'm sorry, but that's coaching. But anyway, people want to bang on Mike McCarthy, right? That's interesting. Let's look at Dak with him and without him. Let's start without him, right? So that was, how he kind of started his career. Jason Garrett, right? 65.3% completion, 252 yards per game, 74 touchdowns, 32 picks, 94.8 rating. And then without him, it's weird. And then with Mike, he's a better quarterback with him. Much better quarterback with him. 67.8% completion, almost 280 yards per game, same touchdown interception ratio, 99 pass rating. With Mike McCarthy. With Mike McCarthy. But no, it's definitely Mike's fault. For sure. Yeah, no. Let's just keep blaming Mike. Let's pass the blame off to anyone other than Dak. But at some point, don't the Cowboys kind of need to look inward and say, are we really going to pay 50 large for this performance? Are we? And I like Dak, but I've also been very honest about it. I've said he's a franchise quarterback. 100%. But my issue is that he's better being pulled than doing the pulling. We always talk trailer or truck. He, as a trailer, happy if I can pay him 28 to 32 million, somewhere in that range. If I have to pay my trailer 50 million a year, that's just not who he is, right? That's not what Dak does. That does not play into his strengths. Like, realistically, although it'll never really happen, right? Like, if he was a Jet or a Giant quarterback, right? If he was a New York quarterback, either of the teams making $30 million, right? Nothing crazy. That's a lot of money. Not to mention you're, a Giants or Jets quarterback, right? It's a step down from Dallas, but you still got plenty of opportunities off the field. Aren't they both significantly better rosters? Like, significantly better teams. Like, aren't the Jets a playoff team? Right? Aren't the Giants more viable and probably don't get curb stomped? 100%. 100%. So I'm not saying he's trash. But I'm saying this is Dak, and this is Dallas' new reality. He's a really fine B to B minus quarterback that if he's making 30, can be a really nice complementary piece, make 4 throws a game, convert on 3rd and 4 or less most of the time, check into some good run plays, audible out of some things. If he's making 30 doing that, and he gives me, these types of performances, I'm fine. I can sleep at night. If I'm giving him 50 large and he's throwing on 3rd and 10, 13 times, we got problems. That's not Dak. That's not who he is. You don't ask Kirk Cousins to do that, right? You're not asking Derek Carr to do that. You're not asking Jimmy G. right? And that's relatively the same kind of category he's in, right? And right now Dallas has problems because it only gets worse, right? It doesn't get better. That number only goes up. He was making like, I think 19 this year, 19, and that was the result. He's making 49 next year. How about 52 the next? Right, he made 19 this year. That's the result you get. So good luck, Dallas. Good luck, Dallas. That's your new reality.
So
have fun.
So do you move off of him? That's the thing, right? Because now here's my thing. We've seen 7 years of Dak as the starter. Have they gotten anywhere that they've wanted to be in 7 years? No.
They have, what, 2 playoff wins? He now has the same amount of playoff wins as Brock Purdy.
It is, yeah.
Brock Purdy's a 7th-round rookie. Now, I know he's on San Francisco, much better roster.
Either
Kyle's
way,
a better coach.
7 years as a starter, and every single year this fan base thinks that they are going to go to the promised land. They're going to go to the Super Bowl. They're going to run the table in the playoffs, and they're going to get there. And, Dallas, it's our year, every single year.
I know.
I suggest that Dak starts getting the resume together, right? Gathering some references, maybe calling up a couple buddies that he used to train with in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Personal trainer job, Enterprise rent-a-car. I don't know. Let's just send the application out.
I don't know
because,
about that.
Look, you can't tell me that a brand as big as Dallas, with an owner like Jerry, with a thirst to win like Dallas has, is going to sit around and just be okay with the averageness of Dak Prescott.
They did it with Tony Romo for years.
Well, I'm not sure.
And I like Tony. They did it with Romo for a decade and a half almost.
They're not going to win with him. They're never going to win with Dak. Dak, get your resume together. Get your references together. Get ready to move somewhere.
But they're drafting in the 20s every year. What are they going to do? What's your answer?
They don't have many answers in Dallas.
Well, exactly.
I don't have answers for them. They've screwed it up so bad. Well, they've screwed up the contracts and everything so bad with Dak and Zeke and everybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, right now, the problem is what you're paying him, right? It's not like Dak's performance. If you gave him 28 and he gave you this, would you be happy? I would sleep very well.
I would take it, and he'd be easier to deal. He'd be easier to move around.
I'd be sleeping like a baby if I gave him 30.
Yeah.
But not 50.
Not 50.
That's the problem, right? That's the problem. And you don't move off somebody till you have somebody else. Not everybody can be Mahomes. But with that being said,